Well, hello YouTube, Momma Jo here. How's everybody doing? Who's in the mood for some shepherd's pie? That's what we're making. If you clicked on this video, thank you for clicking on the video. Thanks for stopping by. This can be made many different ways. The first thing you want to do is you want to preheat your oven to 350 degrees. Okay, and you're going to need about a pound of ground beef or ground chuck. This has been pre-browned and the grease drained off of it. Sometimes I do that when I have a lot of ground chuck, because I like ground chuck over ground beef. And then when I need to get a meal put together really quick, I'll brown it and I'll divide it up, and this is a pound, and I'll freeze it. So I've taken this out of the freezer last night. So that's one step I won't have to do, is brown it. But since we're doing this in different steps, I'm going to use a bag of Arata steam and mashed potatoes. These take about 10 minutes in the microwave. So I'm going to go ahead and get this in the microwave going for 10 minutes. Okay, so while that's going, I'm going to get I didn't have beef broth in a can. You could use a small can of beef broth. I'm actually going to make my own. I have about 1.5 cups of water here, and I'm going to put in about 2 tablespoons of butter. Okay. And I'm going to put this in the microwave when that comes out, and I'm going to get my water hot. And when I bring it out, I'm going to add some of this Better Than Bouillon roast beef base. And I'll stir that with that. And then when the potatoes come out, I'm going to fix them according to the package directions. And I will be sure to list the recipe and how to do it if you don't have the steam and mash. But I happen to have it on hand, and it saves a little time. I like to keep them on hand, and I'll show you how to put this all together. We will be right back. Okay folks, I'm bringing you back. What I've done is I've taken the potatoes and put them in the microwave for 10 minutes. Here they are. If you do them this way, be extremely careful, because this bag is really hot. So when you go to cut it open, there's steam that's coming out of the top there. So I'm going to put these in the mixer here. Okay. On the back here, it tells you to add 2/3 cup of milk and 2 tablespoons of butter, desired smooth and season to taste. They already have some salt to it, so I'm not going to add any salt. But I'm going to put the butter in. We'll go ahead and start mixing it first before I add my milk. Let them start getting beat up. Meantime, when I took the potatoes out of the microwave, I took that water, that 1.5 cups of water, and I had a couple, 2 or 3 tablespoons of butter, and I stuck it in the microwave for 3 minutes, because I'm making my own beef broth, beef base. If you have a can of beef broth, you can skip that step. See how they look here. Just scraping down the sides a little bit. If you like instant potatoes, you could do instant potatoes. If you feel like doing it the long, hard way, you could just take potatoes and peel them, slice them fairly thin, boil them in some salted water, drain them and mash them that way. Okay, this time I'm going to add the milk. Okay. Okay, let's take a look. They look pretty good. At this time it said season to your taste. Well, I'm going to add a half of a teaspoon of black pepper. I'm also going to add a half a cup of Romano Parmesan and Parmesan cheese. This is the kind that you get like for spaghetti, right here. And I'm just going to lightly mix that in. Now you could taste it at this time to see if you think it needs any salt. I'm pretty sure it's not going to need salt for our liking. Okay, this is going to go on top of our shepherd's pie. So I'm just scraping the excess off of the beaters. I'm going to set this aside. I'm going to get you all set back up over here. Well, maybe if I find my little clicker. I will get you set up and bring you back. Hey, I'm back. Okay, so what I did with those potatoes, when I fixed them according to the package directions, I also added a half a cup of the Romano Parmesan cheese. It really thickened my potatoes up more than I would like. So I added another splash or two of milk just to thin it out a little bit. I'm going to set this over here to the side. Remember the water we had in the microwave? I'm getting that out. And in the microwave, I'm going to stick this bag of bird's eye mixed vegetables for about 5 minutes. I could cook it here in the skillet with the meat, but if I go ahead and pre-cook it, it'll get it done faster with everything and get it in the oven. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in for 5 minutes. Okay, now remember the oven's already preheated. I'm going to use a skillet here that I can put in my oven. By all means, if you want to put it in a casserole dish, you could do that. You could put it in a casserole dish after you browned your meat and everything and layer it if, like, you know, you want to serve it to family or company, or you want to take it somewhere, you could do that. But I'm going to serve it all to Michael. It's just Michael in this pan. So I've sprayed this pan. I'm going to go ahead and turn my burner on about medium. And remember, this meat is already pre-cooked. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in here. Try to loosen it, break it up. There we go. Okay. That's going to start heating. And I'm going to go ahead and take that water and the melted butter And I'm going to add some of this roast beef base, better than bouillon. Let's see. I think it says about a teaspoon. Use about a teaspoon for 8 ounces of boiling water. I have 12 ounces, but I'm going to go a little bit more because Michael likes a strong flavor. I think I'm going to do about a tablespoon. So I'm going to level that off because this stuff is probably pretty strong. I'm going to put about a tablespoon in. You want to put that in hot water so it will mix really well. Okay. I have a little whisk here. Okay, I'm going to start seasoning this meat. I have some steak and burger seasoning. I think that would be good in there. I'll probably add about a tablespoon of that. Let's see, I think it needs loosened up a little bit. Good. Sometimes when seasonings set up in the cabinet, they have a tendency to get stuck together. There we go. About a tablespoon. Just sprinkle that in. I think I'll add some garlic powder. Just add things that you think would be good in there. Probably I'm going to add about 2 teaspoons. If you don't like that much, just go with 1. Go with half. Okay. Of course, onion powder. We always use onion powder. I'm probably going to use about a tablespoon. Okay, there we go. All right. Remember that beef broth? That's going right in with the seasoning. There we go. We're almost done, believe it or not. Well, on the stovetop part, we're still gotta we gotta get our vegetables in here, and then we're gonna take those potatoes and we're gonna put those on top, and then we're gonna stick them in the oven, and we're gonna let them finish off in the oven. Okay, we'll turn that up just a tiny bit. Okay, here's your vegetables. Be careful, they're very hot. It's already starting to boil. We'll put those right in. All right, I'm just going to get this all stirred. Okay, the vegetables don't need to continue cooking. It's already at a boil. The meat's already done. Now I'm going to take those potatoes and I'm going to pull it off the side here. Hopefully y'all can see what I'm doing. There we go. I'd rather have a spoon. Let me use my spoon here. And I'm going to start just dropping the potatoes on top. This is another one of those dishes that I think is very comforting. It's kind of a meal that you can serve all by itself if you wanted to. I'm just trying to fill in some gaps here and there. It is hot over here by the stove. You want to use up all those potatoes. Almost there. Okay, I'm going to see if I can spread it a little bit. Seems to be spreading pretty well. Now you're really going to want to watch this in the oven because like this is full. I might put a pan underneath it because I have a feeling it might make a little bit of a mess. Whoop, I did. I made a little bit of a mess. All right, let me get a pan. I think I'm going to use this pizza pan. I'm going to get it in the oven. Oh. And I'm going to keep an eye on it. I'm going to push that back in there. Basically, everything's done. You just want to bring it to a nice, make sure the potatoes are nice and hot. They're still warm. It's not going to take long. It says 375 actually for 30 minutes is what I have written down. 350 is fine. I've got it on 350. And I'm going to bring you back and show you what it looks like when it comes out. And I have Michael give you a taste test. We'll be back.
Welcome back, YouTube. Shepherd's pie taste testing. Smells absolutely delicious. I'll try to get a little bit of everything in one bowl, one spoon, I mean. That's very good. It's very hot too.
Is it seasoned well?
Yeah, I love that broth. That broth's got a really good flavor.
Should I have used less broth or should I have thickened it up more?
I don't know what kind of broth that is, but that's
Better than bouillon, beef.
Well, it is better than bouillon. Kind of makes it, kind of gives the whole thing like a pot roast kind of flavor. It's very good. Thumbs up. Remember to go back and check out some of Momma Jo's other videos. She got some excellent recipes on there. This one is definitely a keeper. Excellent. 2 thumbs up. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Check out Momma Jo's next video and come back and get you some more goodies.